having a good range of genetic diversity within any kind of domestic population is one way to ensure that the health and productivity of that particular population is maintained at the best level. And any kind of wild population, there's always a variety of types of any particular genes, and that variety is referred to as being the allele frequency. So it's within a population how frequent a particular version of a gene is, and some gene versions, like this purple version for example, might be very rare and others might be very common. And when we selectively breed a population, often we're taking quite rare versions of a gene because we like that particular characteristic, and by doing that we take a small fraction of the overall population, and that leads to a loss in a lot of the diversity. So we lose out through selective breeding a lot of the diversity that once was part of that population. And later on we might find that some of those versions of the gene were actually quite beneficial as far as resistance to pests or health, or resistance to parasites, or ability to withstand various environmental changes. And we've lost those characteristics of the population through over many generations, selecting a very small subset of the genetic diversity. So increasingly we're looking back at how we can take the inbred domestic versions of agricultural plants and animals and crossbreeding them back to the wild populations to reinvigorate the genetic diversity of those populations and get some of those beneficial traits that were once part of that wild population back into the domestic population and give them more vigor and resiliency within changes to the agricultural productivity landscape that are occurring due to changing market factors or global warming or different pressures due to the intensification of production.